Okay, so we have. Firstly, hey, good morning, friends. We have this Alliance quest, and there are some new chaps in it. So, three of the new chaps are featured, and there is an additional one I can see, and one epic and one rare. So, let's talk about them. I will start with the one that is not featured. So, there should be continuity with that. Teddy. So, that's a nature legendary. Monk, we know the benefits of that. We have a new family, the Bear family. Bonus for 1, 2, 3 heroes. All received defense status ailments will be replaced by buffs of 40%, 60%, and 70% for 3 turns. Okay, that's specific to defense. There's a passive. This character recovers 5% health when they receive a buff or a positive stack. So this activates, there's an immediate 5% benefit over here, but at the same time, various other buffs will also. Going into the specials. Stats rather. 968 attack, 968 defense, 1565 is the health. All three combo, fantastic. The call to hibernate at average speed. All enemies fall asleep. When he fires a special, Teddy's special makes all enemies fall asleep. While asleep, the target can't attack or gain mana. Okay. All damage dealt to the sleeping target is increased by plus 70%. Okay. Yeah, this includes all types, whether it's tiles or special skills. The sleeping target is woken up once it receives damage. So if you remember, there was another green chap. You receive one tile or a whack, you wake up. This excludes damage from minions and fiends. Fantastic. So there is a difference over here. The sleeping target is woken up once it takes damage either from tiles or special skills. It does not include minions and fiends. So if there are minions firing away, that won't wake up the target. And if there are fiends already on the target, then that damage will not. Excellent. All allies regenerate 800 HP over 4 turns. Okay, that's good enough. So, interesting support hero, I would say. And I do remember using him. Okay. Too much to do. So, in a fast-paced situation, he is helpful to put certain chaps to sleep. Of course, it becomes tricky because of tiles and heroes who to whack, but it gives an interesting opportunity to have a strategy. And anything that can stop enemies for even one turn is useful. So yeah, Teddy is useful, and plus he increases the damage impact. So that's that, and that heal over time is helpful. I will just say helpful. And the good part is minions and fiends damage is not included. So yeah, that's excellent. See how fast this thing moves. Now let's go to, excuse me, Xiamara or Xiamara. Another green hero. Legendary who is a cleric. I have fun saying cleric. There is another family, stag family. Yeah, this chick is a stag. Okay. Yeah, just because she has got horns on her head. Stag family bonus for 1, 2, 3 heroes. All received attack ailments are replaced by 40%, 60%, 70% attack buff for 3 turns. Okay, so that's nice. And this is the same 5% health when they receive a buff or a positive stack to this character. Let's go into the stats. 1019 attack, 910 defense, and 1553 health. Attack is really powerful, and all three as a combo is fairly good enough. Power of the Forest is a special at average speed. That attack is super powerful, especially looking at the special's first line. Deals 300% damage to all enemies. The caster gets additional plus 100% power for the next special skill they cast. Wow. The additional power increases plus 25% each turn, up to a maximum of plus 200% in total. So I remember, I think this one. The other green quinail hammers away, and this one is hitting all. Wow. All enemies receive mana corruption for 4 turns. Each time an afflicted enemy receives mana from an additional source, they receive 250 damage. So mana corruption, and each time an afflicted enemy receives mana from an additional source. Okay, so if there are heroes that give whatever percentage of mana, like the magic heroes or even Snowford types, okay, he's not used much. I think he's almost forgotten. So there is a 250 damage. So yeah, that's not, the second portion is not so crazy. But still, there are quite a few heroes that are there, like if you're taking aerial costume, that little mana. So a little mana might really cause this. So certain heroes will not be useful. Like even this guy, Albi, the original Albi, who gives again little mana. Then there are some heroes of the month. So they will be avoided. But second portion is not so crazy. The first one will, as it is, put everything to rest. That's how powerful. So yeah, she'll be useful across the game, all aspects of the game. So damn good hero to get. Basically, it's power and create a little bit of creativity in the specials. So yeah, that's her. Let's go to this chick. Lysanor. Lysanor is a Lysanor is a ice legendary who's a monk and part of the stag family. So attack status ailments turn into attack buffs depending on the number of heroes there, and this we know health on number of buffs and stacks to this hero. 883 attack, 988 defense, and 1732 is the health. Obviously prepared in a tanky mode. Sapphire eyes at slow speed. So we have a blue. Excuse me, my throat is a little naughty with the whole season change, so it might sound funny. Each fallen ally has 55% chance to revive with 20% HP. Now that's a line that we have heard before. All allies get plus 50% attack for 5 turns. The attack increases by 5% each turn up to plus 70%. So that's really useful. All allies regenerate 770 boosted health over 5 turns. Boosted health can exceed maximum HP. So we have a boosted health reviver who gives attack buff. She is going to be desired, chased to glory. I'm going to say there are enough damage heroes that most rosters have, but any fucking good reviver that can give this crazy buff and boosted health is going to be really special. So yeah, Lysanor is fantastic. They've kept some sanity by keeping her slow speed. Thank God they didn't make her average. The game these days is so desperate for money, they would be happy to turn her into average maybe after 6 months. Oh, she is not performing like we want from a revenue perspective, so we would like to buff her. Okay, so she's brilliant. That's it. Let's go to this red monkey looking fellow who's very angry. Angry monkey. Torben or Torban is a fire legendary fighter class, which means possibility to revive. Always useful. Part of the bear family, where the family bonuses, defense ailments are replaced by defense buffs. We know what this does by now. I've repeated it 3 times. Stats 1009, 920 defense and 1555 health, all three good. Mark the prey, a fast speed. So if you finally have a fast fellow. Target receives 80% damage for all damage their allies receive for 3 turns. So that sounds familiar, doesn't it? Oh, so not 100% like this blue dude gives, but Quentin, this is 80%. Which is one of the fucking same. The target gets minus 44% defense for 3 turns and deals 200% damage to the target and nearby enemies. So that's the last part. So the first is straight ailment, that the target receives 80% damage for all the damage their allies receive for 3 turns. Then there is a defense down of minus 44% given for 3 turns, and then 200 whack to the target and nearby. This guy is going to be fantastic for all formats of the game. And the way the special has been positioned is excellent. Tournaments, I think he's going to be an absolute darling because for obvious reasons. So yep, Torban is awesome and he's fast speed. So I think I see some of the stalwarts getting replaced in the red teams of legendaries, but you have to first get him. So yeah, that's the story of the new fellows in the Alliance Quest portal. Good luck for getting them, and in case some of you have landed them, congratulations. I'll speak in a separate video about the epic and the rare fellows. Cheers.